CMPRadio.net. It's the station.
CMPRadio.net, man. You already know it's the station. We are live from the Cultivating Mature Positivity Studios, man. And today we're making it through. Your camera's on you.
No, I was just letting you know your camera is off just a little bit.
Yeah, it looks that way, right?
Yeah, it looks like you can't see. It's all good, though. Yo, what's up, man? I'm super excited to be here to Make It Through podcast, episode number 2 with Ray and Uncle P. Welcome to the room. Welcome to the show. Today we're going to talk about something that I've been thinking about for the last couple of days. The title came about yesterday, and the title is, are you walking Are you walking with your inner child, right,
or protecting them?
Right. What he said. Right. What he said.
Right.
So yeah, we're gonna talk about that today. But before we get started, let's how's your week been?
My week has been good, man. My week has been good. You know, yeah, my week has been good. Trying to figure out some things. Talk to some people today. So learning to do things myself, right? So I don't have to resort or reach out to other people. And because when you ask for other people, that sometimes the result is, I did this for you. And it's not done from your heart. It's done from your brain. And your brain is going to always ask for something back.
Right.
You feel me? Your heart, not necessarily. So when you do things from your heart, you're not really worried about nobody giving you anything back. But when you do it from your brain, you can always say, well, I did that for you. Well, I did that. So learning to do things myself.
Oh, that's lit.
All right.
That's super lit. Yeah, my week has been, it's been long. It's felt like 30 days, and we're only on day 4 of the week. Some things took some time to happen. Kind of delayed some things, but we gotta always have buffer in our days, because there's always gonna be something that come up that has to push us back. We gotta be okay with it, and we have to learn how. And when I say we, I really mean me. We have to do a better job of responding to it, especially when those around you who love you are present, because your facial expressions will show one thing, but your heart really relays or tries to show a different thing. And what I mean is, so today started off a little late. We were supposed to get up early. We didn't. I drove my wife to get something for her medical. It wound up pushing my time back a little bit. And once I dropped her off, she sent me a message. And the message just was, I'm sorry that me having to go and do what I needed to do in the morning pushed you back and delayed you. And I had to tell her, yo, you my number one priority. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what else I got to do. I'll push it all back if I got to make sure that you good. But being able to show a smile on your face and not show what you're dealing with externally, internally. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I've been dealing with this week, just trying, figure out how to stay calm, cool, and collective on the outside while still paddling like crazy underneath.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I think the person closest to you, right, they need to know what you're dealing with. You know what I mean? It's not about hiding that you're scared. It's not about hiding that you have fear. It's allowing them to realize that you are human. I think we spend so much time trying to get with the opposite sex that we think we need to portray as we're big, bad, and tough, and we don't find space to just breathe and let go, right? So I know my next partner, you feel me? She gonna get all that good stuff. You feel me? She gonna realize that I'm not as perfect as she thought I was. And I'm gonna realize that she's not as perfect as I thought she was. You feel me? But we're gonna continue to love each other and build each other up. Because that's what your partner's supposed to do. Supposed to help you complete yourself.
No, that's a fact.
Right. So, talk. Communication is highly important.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a fact. So let's jump right in. I think this topic is one that can be pulled back in many layers. And if people got questions, comments, anything they want to say, we live on TikTok. We also live on Facebook. Are you walking with your inner child, or are you protecting it? So let me drop the bases really quick. So the basis is there's a lot of people, including myself, who have walked with the inner child and protected it at the same time, because they had to be strong in places where it was okay to be weak, but they thought they had to be the one, right? The one who could carry the load, who could carry the burden. But what I realized is that, one, trauma has memory. And what do I mean by that is, if you've been through something in your life that has caused you pain, you remember it more than the good times. There's things that's happened over the course of my life that still, to this day, sometimes I catch myself drifting, thinking about it, the negative things. The positive things, they don't come up as often as the negative things, because I see negativity in certain situations based upon my past. So I'm carrying the trauma of my inner child versus healing the child who dwells. And so that's where this topic came from. And we're going to dive in, we're going to break it down and, do what we do.
So for me, I believe that, like you said, the bad memories that you have, there's a reason Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all those social media algorithms now have negative connotations with them. There's a reason they have a dislike button. You feel me? Like, we're attracted to things that we don't do on a normal day-to-day basis. You feel me? You're not walking around cussing, fussing, screaming, hollering, talking to women. You feel me? But we like that, right? We like to see that. So when you think about the traumas that you had as a young person and you're protecting your person, you're clenched fist everywhere. Anytime somebody brings up your past, you're like, what? No, oh no, I ain't never, you feel me? And the way that you interact with other people, you can see, you got some trauma, bro. Like, it's some issues that you're not willing to disclose, but go get some help for that. So I went to therapy. 2015, 2016, went to therapy and realized that I had a purpose. I had something I had to do. My community wasn't communicating the way they were supposed to. I started a radio station. It was a radio station here, but it left and it went to Philly. So when it left, it just left the door open for me. I was like, I went with it to Philly, but then I was like, I don't speak Philadelphia and I'm going back to Chester. I'll start my own radio station. We'll get it popping. And we did. 2017. We're about to turn 9 years old. But in that I also had to walk with the trauma of abandonment, the trauma of disappointment, the trauma of just being hurt by others. I had to go in the therapist and talk to I had to go into therapy and talk to my therapist and try to understand why I felt that way. And he said, it's your inner kid, your inner child. So let's go back to 16. Ask yourself what you wanted to be, who you wanted to be. I said, man, I wanted to be Tony Brown, WDAS. You feel me? Like I wanted to be on the radio. I wanted to talk to my community. At that point, I began to walk with my inner child, and I stopped protecting him. I stopped stepping in front of him. You feel me? The things that I was involved with was all about protecting him, not making sure he doesn't get hurt. But it's like, no, I need to figure out where he was at. And that's when everything came back to me. You know what I'm saying? Like the giving back to the community, the doing for community, the helping each other, the support. That was me. You feel me? And I had to get back to that. So I began to walk with my inner child, and I stopped protecting him. And a lot of people, oh man, stop being gullible. No, I'm not being gullible. Like whatever you do is on you. That's a you situation. As long as you're not viciously attacking me, have at it. I don't get mad. I don't even try to get even anymore. I used to get even. I just realized where we are, and we're not there. Right? So I walk with my inner child, and I do not protect him. I let him go crazy. Literally. It was a lot of pain there. 12 years old, my father passed away. So everything that I did from 12 to like 36 was out of pain, out of not wanting to feel pain again, not wanting to be hurt again. So I walk with my inner child.
Sheesh. So this is, again, this topic is something that I've been thinking about. So for me, it's freeing to be able to talk about it and get it out and share it with people. So for me, I think that I've been protecting my inner child. I think that I've been protecting it from all of the hurt, all of the pain, all of the rejection, all of the abuse, all of the manipulation that I've dealt with over the course of my life. And I believe that while protecting him, I've hindered the adult me. I bought a painting, right? And I bought it because I liked what it looked like, right? I didn't know the story behind it. I didn't know any of that, right? So I go pick up the painting. And the artist tells me what the painting meant. Symmetry, chemistry. And then it has a one-way sign, and then it has a caution sign. And one of the faces could only go one way, and then the other face is caution. It's, proceed with caution. Mm-hmm. And I thought about it, and I'm like, man, that's my life. On the upside, I'm one way as an adult, right? Hey, I'm going to go get it, go get it, go get it, go get it. But the inner child in me is proceeding with caution. And if I can bridge the gap and allow the inner child, like you said, go wild, I believe that success is inevitable. Because as a child, I was creative. As a child, I was optimistic. As a child, I was free-spirited. As a child, I ran and I did what was fun, what was necessary. I explored the world as a child with no fear. But as an adult, I pulled back because we're fearful, or I'm fearful of things that's unseen, which I shouldn't be, because faith and fear don't mix, right? So, yeah. So again, this is a freeing conversation. Yeah. And this is more like therapy to me today, because
that's what therapy is.
I've never been to therapy.
Yeah. Never.
Never. I tell my wife all the time. Yeah, man. I tell my wife all the time. I say, yo, I need to go to therapy. I need to go to therapy. She's like, all right, go to therapy.
Go to therapy.
Why? I never go to therapy.
Why not?
I don't know. But this is therapy.
Okay.
Just having a conversation for me is therapy.
Let's go.
So understanding, or trying to understand how to bridge the gap. So I was listening to a pod today that my pastor did, and it's called Identity, EYE, and then density. So like identity. And he said the reason why we're fearful is based upon perception. It's not based upon reality. It's based upon perception. It's based upon what we have seen over our lives that make us fearful. So I thought about it as I'm, working today. I thought about what that looks like for me. What are all the things that I have a bad perception of that are holding me back from being great, right? That is holding the child back inside of me from being an adult who could have matured with me along the way, but I've been protecting him as opposed to letting him, run free and do what's necessary. And for me, it's fear. It's fear of being successful. It's fear of breaking the generational curses. It's fear of being greater than I am now. And that's for me. So let's break it down. I mean, if there's any questions or anything, I can't see the book. There's no questions on TikTok right now. But if there's any questions on the book, we could break into them. If not, we can move to the next question that I have with that space. So from the kid running wild in you, and then vice versa for me, from the kid being protected, what are some opportunities that you think that you've missed that you missed from 12 to 36 because the kid was buried?
Graduating college, sticking in and attending college. Always wanted to be, a Q. You feel me? Right? I always wanted to have that brotherhood. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I found brotherhood on the street, which is very rare. You feel me? But the people that I grew up with, they were my brothers. You know what I mean? Still my brothers to this day. You feel me? We're not as connected as we once were, but man, like pick up the phone, talk. Yo, we gotta do some shit. All right, let's do it. You feel me? Like it's not a hesitation there. They know me, I know them. You feel me? I did everything else though. Right? I got married. I had kids. I was successful. So I think for me, that what I had to release was that failure. You know what I mean? Thinking and fear, right? Because fear and failure, they're relative. You feel me? Very, very related. I had to release it, right? That fear of failure. Now I don't care. I could fail. I'm gonna get up and try it again.
Right. Absolutely.
You feel me? Like there's still another day. For me, I thought I would die at 37. My dad died at 37. So if you're a child, you're looking at your father's life and you're like, oh, my life won't go past that. You know what I mean? Right. So shit, on my 37th birthday is when the radio station, like, fuck, I'm here. Fuck, I'm here. I got all these kids. Oh shit. And it was real for me because I began to understand everything that my dad said prior. When I was younger, listening to him, it was coming to me. It came to me before when I was locked up. But see, when you're locked up, you're by yourself. There's no real distractions, silence. And that's what I need sometimes to hear my father. I need silence. I need to be left alone. I need people to back up and get away from me because they're bringing me all their thoughts and what they want, and I'm trying to find ideas to help them keep moving. You feel me? When you bring me your ideas, I give you ideas right back. All right, let's get it done. You feel me? Like, so don't bring me a problem if you don't want me to find a solution for it. You feel me? And then I need space because I need to figure out what I'm doing over here. How does this make sense? How does this work? Where is this not working at? Why is this not working the way it needs to work? So for me, just graduating school, but going to therapy helped me realize everything about my purpose.
Yeah. So do you believe, or not do you believe? So with your purpose, do you believe that everything that you're currently doing in your life aligns with that purpose and allows the young kid to really flourish?
Everything that I do? What do you mean everything?
Everything.
Everything.
Everything. Does it align with your purpose? Everything that you do in this life right now and currently to date, does it align with your purpose?
Everything doesn't align to my purpose, but everything that I do benefits me. You know what I mean? Or it works for me, right? I'm not doing nothing illegal. I'm not stealing anything. I'm not robbing anybody. But right now, I'm not in a relationship, right? So I'm single, right? So when you're single, you mingle. You feel me? Like that's just what that's what I do. But other than that, my purpose is yes, is defined by everything that I wake up and do every morning, right? I wake up, I do my morning. If you woke up breathing, you woke up blessed. I say grand awakening. And everybody said, why you say grand awakening? Well, I don't want to be Pillsbury Doughboy, so I want to say grand rising. You feel me? And grand awakening is it's an awakening of your soul, of your spirit to want more, to see more, to want to do more, to want to be more. And if you don't awaken that part of you, then it stays asleep forever. And it doesn't matter how much you say good morning or grand rising, right? So it's grand awakening for my people to just wake the fuck up and really see who you are, right? I'm sorry for cursing. Just to wake up and see who you are and what you want and go after it. Like attack the day. You feel me? Like,
right.
Please, because if we don't, the day attacks you.
No, that's a fact. So I picked up Grand Rising from one of my brothers, and I was like, why you don't say good morning? And he broke it down why, but he broke it down in a way that almost didn't make sense to me at first, because I'm like, what are you talking about? And he was like, well, you got to be a part to know. And I'm like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing there. But then I went and I did some research of, why they say it. So good morning, like we're not mourning anything. You know what I'm saying? Like mourning a death or mourning, a bad situation. But Grand Rising is, hey, get up. Like you said, attack the day before the day attack you. It's just another way of saying it. But yeah, that's lit. For me, I think that I missed out on being a kid. Man, I was supposed to be playing basketball, bro. So,
You were.
So high school, I played freshman ball, football and basketball. I stopped playing football. I started playing basketball. Got cut from the team. I stopped playing. I was just playing recreation, everything, right? Playing with my homies, that kind of stuff. And in 12th grade, so you know how like back in the day, the recruiters, they'll come into the school, they'll line up tables during lunchtime, like Army recruiters, college and stuff like that. So Lock Haven University comes in. At this time, senior year, I'm like 6'1", 6'2". I ain't that tall. Not as tall as I am now. So I walk by the table, basketball recruiter say, hey, you want to play basketball? I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Didn't go because I'm like, no, I don't want to go. Like, I don't want to play basketball. And then when I think about my life, bro, I'll be like, yo, a full ride, only ever played freshman basketball. They was going based upon my height and my grades at the time. I literally could have been somewhere different, right? But then I think about if I would have went, would I be who I am today? The chances are probably no.
Well, you don't know that.
Well, I say it because the experiences in which I've had to
You would have
go through.
You still would have went through something.
Right, but it would not have shaped me to who I am today.
It still shapes you to who you are today. God knows at the end of the day, he knows your beginning and your end.
Right.
Your creator knows your beginning and your end. So very seldom does a person not end up where they supposed to end up. Yo, Mr. Moon.
Yeah, I don't think it's that they don't end up where they're supposed to be. I believe that they move according to what's necessary for them. I think that we pursue differently. Like, so I believe that if we go one way or another, right? So I always believe that we're always going to end up, like P said, we're always going to end up where we belong, right? But I think that the experiences shape who we are along the way. So if we go left, we get certain experiences. But if we go right, we get other experiences. And I believe that those experiences are different than the current experience. So like if you go left, yes, you're going to go through some things. But because I went right, the things that I went through shaped me to who I am today at this current moment. And because we can't see in the past or see what that direction would have led to, I believe that this experience is better, just based upon where I am now, or where I could have been, or where the men who came before me went. Because I was literally on the same track as my father, minus the children.
Then you weren't on the same track if it's minus the children.
Well, I wasn't. I didn't have no kids. But outside of the children, we were kind of on the same track. You know, womanizing, manipulation. Quitting jobs just because we ain't like them, like walking out in the middle of shifts. Like
You should work where you and work in the. Somebody used to say, my dad. It wasn't my dad. It might have been my uncle. If you love your job, you never work a day in your life, right? So sometimes you have to quit things to find the job that you really want,
not
right?
in the middle of the shift, bro. Like
Bro,
I was
walking on. If I don't like this job, I'm not gonna stay here for the end of the shift.
I'm 17 years old. We working at, or 18 years old. We working at a pub in the back in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
We frying chicken, fries, all that type of stuff. My dad was the cook. They accused him of stealing steaks, and as soon as they accused him,
I'm out of here.
We the only two in the kitchen.
I'm out of here.
As soon as he was like, "Yo, we out." I'm
We
like,
out.
"What?" He's
We
like,
out.
"Yo, we out." I was like, "All right, we out," and we walked away. Crazy.
You're not gonna accuse me of stealing steaks and you need me in this kitchen.
No, that's a fact.
The
But we
best,
left.
the best bet is to talk to me before the shift starts.
Or
That way,
after.
I don't even have to be here.
Right.
But I will walk off. I will, boy, real quick. I believe that wherever you're supposed to go, you're going to end up there,
Correct.
right? So if you would have went to Lock Haven and played basketball, it wouldn't have been no different than the football teams that you're associated with and the team down in North Carolina. It would have been the same situation. It might have been different. Like you have experience, life experiences are going to be the same. They're just going to look different.
Okay.
It blows my mind when people tell me all the time. They say if you would have went to college and stayed in college, you would have been in radio. Because I went to Keystone Junior College. Basketball coach came to the high, saw me, same thing. You feel me? You want? It's like, no, I played basketball, but I
Right.
was not real competitive with it because I just saw too much. Like, why are we fighting? We supposed to be playing. Like, I'm
Right.
not arguing with you over over basketball. That's not paying me any money. I'm arguing with you over that. So, I wasn't really worried about it. I tried out for the freshman team, right? Was real close, didn't make it, but my jumper was water. I went to people don't believe it, but you know, people used to come down to 3rd Street down when we had the basketball court just to challenge me at half court shots and long distance shots. You feel me? Like, but anyway. My life, they told me when I went to Keystone Junior College, I was in the radio station. I played About It, Master P. Got kicked off the radio station first. First time I tried, I got kicked off. But I fell in love with, I always loved radio. You know what I mean? So no matter where I went, what road I went down, it was going to lead me right back to it again if I realized I had to work on it. You know what I mean? So
Right.
if a person realized they get back to their road with all that they had on their back. I have a radio station. I have a legit radio station.
Right.
Like, you can turn it on right now and it's playing music.
It sure is. Man.
You know what I'm saying?
I used
So-
to listen to it every day.
Right. So it's not easy, but it's worth it. And I had to walk with myself, my younger self, to realize what I really want to do. Always talked about Cherry Hill School of Broadcast. Oh, I'm gonna go. Never go. And you got to do it. Therapist told me to buy a book and a pen. That's why there's all these books and pens in here.
Yeah, and,
You
and
know what I'm
everything
saying?
got something written on it.
Write,
It's crazy.
Write down what you want right now. When the young people come in here, I tell them every day, man, write down what you want. Once you write it down, it becomes law, bro. Communication. We've been communicating since the beginning of human civilization. Sitting around a fire in a cave talking. That was communicating.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like drawing pictures on the wall when we couldn't use our words. That was communicating. So now we're in a civilization where they don't want us to communicate correctly. They don't want us to talk to each other with respect. So what do we get? We get a whole bunch of people that are frustrated and mad. But you're protecting your inner child because you felt mom wasn't there for me. Dad wasn't there for me. Dad didn't love me the way he was supposed to. Mom didn't hug me the way. Okay, once you centralize all that pain and understand why it happened, what did you learn from it? What did it teach you? And if it hasn't taught you anything, what do you want to know? You got to ask yourself these questions, and you got to write that shit down. Sorry for cursing again.
Yo, that's hilarious. So, not what you said, but at the end, what you said. Sorry for cussing.
Mm-hmm.
But so for me, I used to write stuff down, right? And I definitely, you reminded that I got to get that back, right? So I was taught to have a clear, concise mental picture, right? So a CCMP is what they would call it, the abbreviation. And what the clear, concise mental picture was, not only writing it down, but fine tuning everything. So let's say, for instance, you wanted a house. They would say, explain what the outside of the house looks like. How many windows is on the front? How many doors do you see? Is there a yard? Is there a fence? Is there a driveway? Is there a garage? Is there a basement? And really writing it out fine tuned. But then when you're saying you want the house, not only say you want the house, but then add a date to the house. Why? Because like you said, it becomes law, right? So putting the date on it makes it law. It helps it to manifest when you're able to see clearly
Yes.
what's written, but also the date
Yes.
subconsciously is inside of you now, and everything that you do merges together to help you to accomplish that goal. So I got to get back to that. So I appreciate you sharing that. For sure.
Yeah.
So
Write it down.
yeah, you got to write it down. Clear, concise,
Mental
and make it mental
picture.
and make it a mental picture. Absolutely. So I think the trauma piece, even now, like I'm like, yo, this is great. Like inside, I'm like, this is absolutely awesome because I don't get to go to therapy, or I haven't gone to therapy. I'm gonna find a therapist though, and I'm gonna go and have a conversation because they be unbiased. They don't know you. They just be like asking the questions because they licensed to do it, so they ask the questions that's necessary.
I mean, they ask the questions that get you to think about yourself, right? You have to name the wound out loud.
WOUND, wound. Okay.
The wound that your inner child has, that you're protecting them from. You have to name it out loud. Whether that's, a mother wound, a father wound, a family wound. You got to name it out loud, and then you got to do the work, bro. You got to go inside of it. You feel me? And understand why it happened. And then you got to look outside and see what that person was going through when it happened. Because we don't have owner's manuals. You didn't get an owner's manual for Ray Phillips, did you?
No.
This is the owner's manual for Ray Phillips. These are the following things that you're going to go through in life. This is how you're going to feel. This is what you didn't go through that. So you're experiencing all this stuff for the first time. You're going through it for the first time. When you're a child, you don't realize what you're going through.
Right.
As you grow up, you begin to realize, I experienced this before. You feel me? With your friend not showing up, or your dad not showing up, or your mom not showing up. It's like, okay, that hurt me. All right, how do I protect I'm gonna just have an attitude because ain't nobody gonna
that's a fact.
Ain't nobody gonna want to come around me. You don't know that's what you're saying, but when you examine it, you're like, yo, I was tripping.
Mm-hmm.
Now I gotta go and apologize to some people. You feel me? Because I hurt some feelings, right? For me, it wasn't a abandonment wound. I didn't want anybody to leave me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I would do whatever I did to keep people around me. And 9 times out of 10, that was crazy because the people that were supposed to leave were supposed to leave.
Right, absolutely.
So then you'll have a log jam of people.
No, absolutely.
Where you got one person just standing there, but you got a whole bunch of people behind. You were supposed to run into all these people, but now you got this one person blocking up because you don't want to let them go. So it's a log jam. And now people are frustrated. People are mad. It's like, damn, God put you here to go through what you're supposed to go through correctly, but you got to let it happen. So listen, if somebody wants to leave, you let them leave. Okay, I'll see you later. I love you. Like, it's okay, right? Because once one door opens, another door closes, and another door opens. It's just it's a hallway of doorways.
Right.
What are you looking for?
Right. I look at that as like seasonal. Like, so I think we talked about it before, where for me, there's a lot of people in my life who come seasonally. And they come seasonally because in that season, they need something from me. And not monetary, but just maybe they need some advice. Maybe they need some wisdom. Maybe they just need a friend to talk to or somebody to be around. And at first, I was like, yo, and it goes back to your point. But at first I was like, yo, why they always leaving? But then they coming back. And I'm right here and I'm waiting for them. My arms is wide open. What's going on here? And it was family, it was friends, it was, strangers, all types of things. And I realized, I was like, yo, Ray, you attract seasonal people. You attract people who only need you in the season. And then once they get what they get and they need it, then they go out and they do everything that they need to do. And then they come right back when it's ready and it's time because they need to pull again. And then they go right back out. And then they come back and they pull again. But what I'm realizing is in this moment, and you got that face on, but in this moment, what I'm realizing is I just need to let them go completely so that they don't come and pull and then they disappear.
Well, they can come back. You just don't allow them to come in.
Yeah, but if they see, I'm the type of person. I'm about to say, let's break it down. I'm the type of person who I love people, bro.
You're
I love
for punishment.
Yeah, I love. Yeah,
You're a glutton for punishment.
if that's what you like to say, if that's what it is. But I love people. So like for me, is listen.
They're not people.
You can do me wrong and I still accept you.
Oh yeah,
That's crazy.
Listen, I'm not mad at you for doing it.
Right.
I'm mad at myself for allowing you to do it.
No.
So when you come back and I know you've already presented me as this person that I can't trust, why would I let you back in?
Because they family.
No.
Yes.
Why would I let you back in?
Because they family.
No.
You keep saying that, but I'm telling you.
Why would I let you back in?
Because bro, listen. So what I'm saying, I get what you're saying. I get it. But for me,
you're letting them back in because you've had pain when you were younger of people leaving and not coming back. So you're letting them back in because you don't want nobody to not come back. So if they left you and they left you in pain,
right,
you don't get to come back in. Now you can come around. It's like a dog. Your dog run outside, or you got a cat. Your cat, that cat go outside, he ain't never coming back in the house again.
Yeah, the cat, but the dog can come back.
The dog ain't coming back in the house.
The dog
again.
can come back in the house. The
dog
come
going out
house.
back now. I'm gonna make a little hole in the fence, and you can come through in the fence and get. You're not coming back in the house.
Well, he stay in his cage. He go back in the house.
No, no, no. I don't know what you went outside and got.
Right. No, that's true.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's true.
I don't know. No, I'm good. You got it.
I gotta talk to my wife about letting the dog back in the house.
Yeah.
We gotta have a conversation about
you
that.
You're not a house dog. See, a house dog is in the house.
Yeah, but how's it go to the bathroom?
We walk it on a leash. If he runs outside on his own and is running around and playing with other wild dogs, no, you're not coming back in this house.
Yeah, we don't let him play with wild dogs. He just goes to the bathroom and he comes back inside the house.
Yeah, I don't trust you.
Yeah, I got you. I hear you.
I don't trust you. But I understand what you're saying.
I hear you.
And that's okay. That's okay. That's a dog. That's not a human.
No. It's. I mean, I think the analogy is very clear though. Is if they hurt you, stop letting them come.
Please.
Stop letting them come back to your life because
and
ultimately it's just abusing the inner child.
It's not abusing the inner child. It's abusing you. It's abusing you, the old ass version of you.
Right.
You're abusing yourself. You can't continue to abuse yourself, letting people leave and come back in, bro. This is not one of them rotating doors. You know what I noticed in Chicago? Everybody had a rotating door.
Everybody.
Every store had a rotating. Why is it like that? I'm trying to figure it out. Because it'd be windy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So the weather dictates the types of doors you have to walk into a building. It's crazy. If it rains, if it's windy, and we know it's hard for people to open doors, we got rotating doors. So here, I'm not going to have no rotating door in front of my house. You feel me? Back into my life, you left. You left for a reason. We can talk out front, no problem, but you're not coming back here, baby. We cool. I'm not mad at you for leaving, but no, it's not the same. And you need to understand that. Don't get mad at me because you're not getting the same reaction that you got before. No, it was cool. You shouldn't have left. I didn't like what was going on. Okay, you left. Did you find what you liked out there?
We could have worked that out.
Did you bring it to me that you didn't like it?
Right.
No. Were you able to have a conversation and not yell at me? That's another thing. I don't want anyone to feel any type way. But hold on real quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's
Hello.
That's real good. So, he said the weather dictates the type of doors. Think about it. If we allow any kind of weather to dictate who comes back or who leaves, I think really is interesting. And again, y'all, this is a podcast of therapy for me today, as I was thinking about this topic. And it's helping me to let it out and relieve some things and heal some wounds. And the wound that I am to say out loud is rejection. That's the wound, is the rejection wound, the abandonment wound, that I have actively been working on healing. Actively, like healing, sometimes it happens instantaneously, it happens automatically. But then there's other times where you have to every single day work it out. Because if you are not continuously working on it, there are some things that'll come back that'll slip you back into feeling like a victim. And maybe not saying it on the outside, but on the inside, you feeling, that feeling you get when you get bad news and like your body warms up and like you get like a pit in your stomach and things like that. Like that for me is how I feel when those instances come back up that remind me of the past in which I should have been healing from. And realistically, healing takes place when we see the light correctly. It's when we see the light. It's about your perception. Your healing can take place when you start to perceive your life as it is and not what it could have been or where you're going in the future. Because the future, for me, really, I'm gonna be real, is a distraction because right now we only have the moment. Like literally, we can go off air and I can go and transition instantly. So I can only worry about what we got going on right now in this moment. And that's for me where today unlocked is the perception of what I see now versus worrying about tomorrow. Because we ain't supposed to worry about tomorrow. We're not supposed to.
Who?
None of us.
Who told you that?
I mean, it's in the Bible that we shouldn't worry about tomorrow.
You shouldn't worry about yesterday.
No, you should worry about tomorrow. Because tomorrow's got its own worries. So
tomorrow has its own worries, which are connected to your present right now, right? So you should.
No, but how can we worry about tomorrow if we don't know if we're going to wake up?
Huh? Who's thinking about death?
I think about that all the time.
You shouldn't think about death all the time.
Not all the time like I'm thinking about. I'm just thinking like, hey, if I don't get up tomorrow, what does life look like? And I don't know what it looks like because I won't be present. So, I mean, for me is I got to worry about today and I got to maximize today because if I don't maximize today, then I have to go into tomorrow playing catch up, i.e. my week. I was waiting for something to happen on Monday. It didn't happen on Monday. It happened on Tuesday, but then it didn't happen as early as I thought it would happen on Tuesday. It happened actually after 5 p.m., which I wasn't able to go out and do anything. So I wasn't able to go out and cut because, we was getting that storm and all that kind of stuff. And I get up Wednesday, which was yesterday, and I had thought, I'm like, yo, I'm going to get up. I'm going to go cut. I'm going to do everything I need to do. And my wife calls and she's like, yo, all is well. Don't worry about it. Get up when you need to. You had a toddler for a whole week. Like, get your life together and we'd be all right, right? So I listened, got a text from my pastor. So I went to the church. I did some work at the church. And then yesterday night, I went and I did some more work for myself. And then I wake up today and I feel still behind. Why? Because I didn't maximize Tuesday.
But Tuesday couldn't be maximized because it rained.
I mean, it could have.
Tuesday was a day of rest.
Tuesday could have been a day of rest.
Was a forced day of rest.
But I could have did something else. Like, okay, I can't go outside and do what's necessary, but I can DoorDash. And that's a way to go make, a couple bucks.
DoorDash?
No, I didn't maximize the day.
In the tornado, you was gonna go DoorDash.
Absolutely. The rates would have been higher. The rates would have been $2 extra, $3 extra, $5 extra.
So you're trying to kill yourself.
No, I ain't trying to kill myself.
You're better off selling drugs.
No, I ain't trying to kill myself.
Yeah, I mean, seriously. You're going to go out there in the tornado and deliver somebody's cheeseburger?
Absolutely.
Boy, you tripping.
We did it. So funny story. So we and my wife brings it up, and that's the joint that she make me, want to drive or whatever. So we in North Carolina, and there's a hurricane. And, my dad calls me from Illinois because he sees it on the news how bad the hurricane was. So I'm out driving DoorDash in the middle of a hurricane. And at the time, the rain started pouring through my front windshield because the seal was broke on the windshield. So now I got water pouring into my car. That's when we stopped. But my wife jokes sometimes and she be like, yo, how you worried about drizzle when we was door dashing through the hurricane? And I'm like, yo, you right. All right, bet I'm out. So it's more like a motivator when she says it. So anyway, I digress off of the DoorDash and hurricanes and tornadoes and stuff. But we don't get tornadoes here. Even though they said one went through West Philly, I don't believe that it was really a tornado that hit.
Know if it was a tornado. Are you a
Bro, we don't
meteorologist?
They don't know what they talking about. What we talking about here?
I know a meteorologist that knows exactly what he's talking about.
Oh, yeah?
Right, yeah, I'm cool with a meteorologist.
Oh, that's good.
You feel me? Like,
That's good. I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about all the rest of them that don't know what they talking about.
so my thing is, whatever happened, happened. You feel me? If trees were uprooted,
yeah, but
it was a
could
flood.
it could be from wind.
That's what a tornado is.
Not technically. What's that?
The other one, hurricane.
No, it's like a tornado is like a formation of I don't know.
It's a hurricane and a tornado.
Yeah, you're right. It's a wind and
They got tropical storms, but we don't get tropical storms because we're not in a tropical area.
yeah, but we get hurricanes,
We
which
get
are like
depressions and things like that.
which are like. But see, I'm not a meteorologist, y'all. I'm not having a conversation about it. 'Cause
Rain and
I don't know about it.
Rain and wind. Hard rain and wind is a tornado.
Yeah, but if you don't see it,
You don't have to see it.
how don't you have to see it in order
Do you
for it
see
to be a
God?
tornado? No.
Do you know that
But
he's God?
Yes, but it's not the
Right.
same thing as a
It
tornado.
is the same thing.
Nah, bro, you're gonna have me
It
do
is the
research
same
on a
thing.
tornado. This is
Research
crazy.
it.
I should pull it
Research
up right
and
back
look- and
behind
look
us.
up.
That's where we
Making
should
it
put
through.
it.
We're making it through tornadoes today.
Yeah, man, this is crazy. How we get on tornadoes, but this is
No,
crazy.
because you were talking about how you did not move on Tuesday, and sometimes not movement is movement. It's healing. It's sitting still. It's not doing everything. You do a lot constantly, and I tell you all the time, take some time for you.
Everybody do.
At the end of the day,
Everybody.
if you don't, and I know from experience, 7 years of grinding and working and being and doing and saying and being and saying, to a point where it became too much. Talking to my mother the night before she passed away, you know what I mean? Telling her how overwhelmed I felt and how I couldn't continue to do what I was doing because the only thing I really wanted to do was the radio station. Her telling me how proud of me she was. You changed your life. You did a whole 180. Selling drugs and being the person that you were in the community and doing and saying and seeing everything that you were able to see. I'm so proud of you for allowing yourself to grow. I'm so proud of you for allowing yourself to see something that nobody else saw. She was like, and you going to do good with this Fusion Friday situation that you got coming up, right? And I'm going to be here to help you. Then the next morning, she's gone. That tore my heart out. Because my mom was supposed to see all this stuff.
I mean,
My mom was supposed to
she
be
can
a
see
part of all this stuff. And I know she is a part of it. I know she does see because I feel her.
Mm-hmm.
I feel my mom putting her hand on me and telling me, no, go here. Don't do that again. Don't go here. Relax. Calm down. Hey. So I know what can happen. You know? So
No, that's a fact. No, I like that.
I am
That's good.
I am without a doubt. I know that I have angels around me. I know that I have people that love me, looking out for me. So it don't matter how you feel about me. It don't matter what you say about me. The universe ain't gonna play about me. And if you put enough bad energy out there, for me, it's gonna come right back to you. Put enough of it out there and see how miserable life is gonna get. You feel me? Like,
Because it's a fixed fight.
and I'm not. It's not because I'm wishing anything bad. Because
Right.
I don't wish anything bad to happen to anybody. But life comes. What you gonna do when it comes? You gonna run? You was putting all this energy out there. Now you got to deal with it. It comes back, bro. It definitely comes back.
No, I believe that. I do. Definitely believe that.
So walking with my inner child, I realized I have to listen to him. I have to, right? I went to a sound bath. I don't even know
Wait, a what?
So it was like a healing. Andrea could explain it a little bit more. She invited, after my mom passed away, she said, yo, I want to invite you to come to this place. So we went to a place they had, let you lay down. I went to sleep, but I had a dream.
In the water?
Not in the water. I'm not getting in the water with a whole bunch of people.
Sound bath
Pool,
sounds like water.
But it was like you were immersed in sound.
Oh, okay. I got
Sound is raining down and bathing you.
Right.
Right. But no. And they gave me a couple minutes and they said, just close your eyes and think. And I saw myself as a 12-year-old child crying on the steps. So I walked up. I said, what's wrong? I said, Dad died. I said, well, shit, Mom just died. Now here I am, a 12-year-old kid. And a 44-year-old adult sitting there 32 years in between. How did you do it? Like, are we going to be okay? Hell yeah, we going to be okay. When you realize that your potential is blocked by the things you don't believe in, you should begin to believe in more. Opportunities are available to you. Stop believing what everybody else got to say. You're a good person. You're not a bad person. People will put, oh, you this or you that, and they'll throw that stuff in your face and be like, yo, that's how you really feel about me. Why are you this close to me? If I'm the demon, if I'm the devil, if I'm the worst person in the world, ask yourself, why are you standing so close to me? Why were you ever standing so close to me if I was so wrong? No, what I didn't do was something that you wanted me to do, so now I become the bad guy. And that's okay. I don't have a problem with being the villain in anybody's fucking story.
Man.
I love Joker. Everybody asks me, why you get that Joker? Because he always asks, why are you so serious? Why wouldn't we be so serious? But why are you so serious in this point right here with your children? Why are you so serious? Oh, have a conversation with your kid and understand how they feel. Then explain to them how you felt when you were their age and what you did, and make sure they don't do the same things that you do. Right. That's your job. Right. As a parent, you've never been a parent before, so you're going to make mistakes. Accept it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this was good. This was real good. The understanding that our parents, because most of the rejection and abandonment came in that space, right? So understanding that our parents were imperfect people and that we were imperfect people, coming together and learning, and they only did what they knew how to do. Yeah, that's free.
That's all people do.
Because now we're only doing what we know how to do.
That's it.
And we can't expect our children, or we can expect our children, because we put that same, and when I say we, I mean me, put that same pressure on my parents without them even knowing. But y'all was just imperfect people. Living, trying to make it to push us through.
We don't realize the pain that I didn't realize the pain that I felt. And I didn't realize that I was giving my children that exact same pain. You know what I mean? It wasn't until I went to therapy and I sat in there and I realized, I said, shit, I got to explain some things. I got to talk to my kids. That's really why I came up with the radio station. It wasn't for everyone. It was really for me.
Right.
Let's have this conversation. Let's come into the radio station. Right. That's why it's 4 mics. It's 3 other children. You feel me?
Facts.
Have this conversation. Let's talk.
Facts. Yeah, no, shout out to you, Chris. I see you on TikTok. Thanks for tuning in to the Making It Through podcast with Uncle Ray. It's Uncle Ray. With Ray and Uncle P. I'm so used to everybody calling me Uncle Ray that it happens often and easy for me to call myself Uncle Ray sometimes. But yeah, man, listen, that was episode number 2. And while delayed, it wasn't denied, and it was actually on time. Thanks for tuning in with us. Next week, look around and say somebody if they're in the same place as you. Next week, we're going to have a special guest. I'm not telling you who that special guest is just yet, but I do have it already lined up and queued up and ready to go. And they're going to be in person, y'all. Say in person. In person? You know what I'm talking about? They in person. So somebody who is truly near and dear. I got a chance to meet him probably 12 years ago at this point. And from the moment we met, we kind of linked and gelled, and we support each other in everything that we do. So we're gonna bring him in. He's got a great story to tell, and we're gonna talk about how he made it through and how he is making it through. Okay. On week number 3, episode number 3.
Let's go.
Again, like, share, comment, send it out, and I ain't forget about that blank check. If y'all got a blank check that y'all want to write to help cmpradio.net build out a community center, write that check and see us about it so that we can build out that community center that's needed and necessary in this region, man. Peace, love, and hair grease.